Welcome to Tipsverse. Today I'm going to discuss about the most frequently asked question by any new writer about how can I write a query letter to a literary agent or a publisher. Yes, this is a very important question that needs to be addressed to all the aspiring authors. You are a good writer, right? But even after sending multiple proposals to a literary agent or a publisher, you are not getting any response. Why is that so? We generally think publishers or literary agents never look into a proposal, but that's not the fact. Definitely, the publishers will give more time and importance towards the work of an established author's proposal. So, in order to make your query letter stand out among other book proposals, you got to give your best to make the first big impression. So here I am listing 5 steps to write an impressive query letter via email. Number 1. Study publisher website. Most of the time, new authors just look into the contact and submissions page and blindly send query letters. You need to visit and study the website carefully and also the submission guidelines. Don't simply send query on the email provided. The submission guidelines is a must read for all the authors seeking to get published. Most of the time, you'll find the genre of the book you have written is not enlisted on the submission guidelines page, which means never send your query letter or book proposal if the publishers are not interested in your genre. That doesn't demean your work. But if you are sending query letter to them who doesn't accept your genre, it will not only waste their time but also yours. So just move on to other publisher seeking the genre which matches your genre of writing. One important point to be noted here, when the submission guideline in a website says not accepting unsolicited request, you just need to move on to the next publisher to submit your query letter. Number 2. Subject title. Once you find the right publisher, the next important task is to write a correct subject line in the email of your query letter, which most new authors fail to write. So here I'm gonna give you one secret tip to get noticed by the publisher. If you don't give correct subject line, your email will simply be neglected by the publisher. If you write correctly, at least your publisher will open your query letter email. Thus, here is one sample subject headline which you can use as a template for the subject line in the email of your query letter. See the sample example of a subject headline. Everything will be under quotes. It will start with the word query. Q will be in caps, and then a colon, then you will write the genre of a book, colon, name of your book by author name. So every parameters will be separated by colon. Genre, suppose your genre is fiction, non-fiction, young adult, romance, fantasy, you will write the genre of the book and the second parameter and the name of a book and the author name. So you can see a sample subject line. That's the sample subject line. Write it down. This is the most important, which can help you getting noticed by the publisher. Thank you. Number 3. Build a strong author bio. Here I'd say try to market yourself by saying some impressive stuffs about your writing acumen. For example, have you written for your school or college magazine? Have you ever performed in any arts, drama? And also mention the authors who have inspired you the most. And specify your favorite genres of writing. You don't need to build a one-page resume for your author bio. Tell them about your personal milestones in a short and succinct manner. Number 4. Write a logline in a query letter. Yes, this is an important part of the query letter. Once you have greeted and mentioned about yourself in the email, it's time to write a catchy logline of your book in the email. Logline, in short, I can say, if you were asked to say something about your novel in one line, what would you say? Exactly, this is a bit tricky as you have to give a sense of your novel story in one liner and it is a bit tough to write. Try to come up with different log lines and select the best one. Log line is most important in the query letter content. Before jumping into synopsis, they would definitely like to see the log line. Number 5. Strong synopsis. After you have written the log line, it's time to attach the synopsis and sample 2-3 chapters of your book in the email, which is the next important stuff in your query letter. If they like the log line, they'll definitely look into your synopsis. Don't forget to say thanks at the end of email and say you are waiting eagerly for the response. This sums up in general about writing a killer query letter that can land you a publishing contract. I would say never give up hope, as landing a publishing contract for a first-time author is always challenging. But do remember, J.K. Rowling faced a lot of rejections before becoming one of the greatest authors of our generation. So keep trying, and definitely your work will be recognized and noticed someday, somewhere, and you will get the desired success you have always dreamt of. So if you like the content of my video, don't forget to subscribe my channel and hit the like button. See you in the next video. Cheers.